It is Monday morning. I am getting some light rowing in right now. I've got about 40 minutes in so far. Now I'm gonna hit some weights for a little bit, just really light, full body workout. Tomorrow is actually going to be a full day off, I think. So now, time to finish up the weights. Well, that's it for today. It's the first week, full week of work. Feels like I haven't worked a full week in eternity. I'm stopping in to have my calf worked on. I'm going to see Dr. Andrews. He has a clinic, Total Body Health Center. He is a chiropractor. He practices ART. Always been the guy who puts me back together when I've had injuries, from my Achilles tears to other injuries I've had doing CrossFit. A few weeks ago, I mentioned I was running a 12-miler and my calf started feeling like it was going to cramp up. Well, I've continued to roll that, but every time I go to start running, it feels really stiff and a little bit tender. So I'm gonna get in and have him take a look at it before I get into this 50K next weekend. Good morning, my fitness friends from around the world. It is Wednesday and I am headed out for a 4-mile run, my first run this week. Yesterday, completely off. I actually did a couple walks, but I don't really count those. I did a couple 1-mile walks. But today, got a short run. This week is pretty much all short runs. I am not really tapering for my 50K this weekend, but I'm not going to run anything over 6 miles. I'll probably take Friday off. I'm really behind on following up on some of your questions, so that's one of my goals of the rest of this week, is to answer some of those. But first, I have to give a shout out to a couple people. I got this picture, and it's from Charlie on Instagram. I'll pop it up here, but he is watching the videos while taking care of his son. And then I also saw Annabelle posted a picture on Instagram as well this week, talking about watching the latest episode. That stuff is really cool. It's really motivating. It's fun to see all of you out there enjoying the videos. I did get a question this week that I thought was easy to answer. It's come up a couple times asking about, do I always run with my pack? And the answer is, since starting to film this series, I do always run with my pack because it's really easy to carry my camera. Since I'm always carrying this now to record, this pack is great, and it has this little pocket right here, right on the front, which makes it really easy for me to put the camera in, and I pretty much have the camera with me at all times. That's enough for now. I've got to get out and run. That was 4 miles, just under 10-minute miles, nice pace. Well, I am headed to the office. I've got to jump on a call in a few minutes, but I wanted to answer a question that I got recently about pace. I have a lot of people ask me, what pace do you run? And that really depends on what I'm doing. On my longer runs, I concentrate on between a 9 and 10-minute mile. Obviously, if I'm running a trail run and it's really hilly, then that's going to vary greatly based on how much hiking or how much walking I'm doing. But typically, if I'm out for a run, street runs, things like that, that are 6 miles to 20 miles, I'm focused on trying to run between a 9-minute mile and a 10-minute mile. That's really all I'm focused on, because I know that that would be a great pace if I could possibly maintain that in my longer runs. I know that I won't be maintaining that in my 100 miles. I know there's going to be a lot of walking, and the goal is really finishing, not maintaining that pace. And then on my shorter runs, say anything under 5 miles, I'll run between 7:30 and an 8:30. Typically, probably more like 8:30. A month ago, almost 2 months ago, about a month and a half ago on Thanksgiving, I did a 5K and I believe I ran 7:38s, and I wasn't running super hard. It was more of a warm-up type thing. My focus has been on 9-minute to 10-minute miles. After I'm done with this race in April, my plan is to focus a little more on speed. I would like to bring my overall pace down closer to an 8:30 to 9 for my longer runs. But I don't want to start working on that at this point. Really, I'm focused on the longer runs, getting the mileage in. But after the first week of April, I'm gonna have a little bit of downtime just to recover and allow myself to decompress. But then I'm gonna get focused again because I'm headed to Colorado in August for the 6-day Trans Rockies run, which is 120 miles in 6 days. You're running anywhere from 13 miles to 23 miles each day, depending on the terrain it is in the Rockies. So after the race in April, my training will continue on, and I want to focus on a lot more hills and a little bit of speed work before really getting into the training for Trans Rockies. Today is Thursday. I'm headed out for a short 4-miler. Test the leg out. Yesterday I went to see my doctor and he worked on it. There's a couple spots in there that he could feel that he didn't like along the calf and in the Achilles. So got in there and put me through some pain, but worked him out. Last night I heated the leg up, which he recommended to try and flush a lot of that out of there. And today, I'm gonna go out nice and easy, see how it feels. I've got one more appointment with him on Friday. Just wanna make sure there's no issues. I've noticed just some tightness in there that hasn't gone away for a couple weeks. Well, that is the end of 4 miles. The leg felt good. My hip flexor was a little tight when I started. So I actually started with maybe about a 5-minute walk just to loosen that up. And then after that, I started to jog and run, and now I feel good. It's Thursday night. I am headed to go get a haircut real quick, and then I've got to pack for my race. All right, now let's take all of this and put it in there now. It's Friday morning. I'm actually at my sports doctor, chiropractor, ART master, and I'm gonna get my calf and my Achilles worked on one more time before I head to the race this afternoon. But after this, I've got to go to work, but I am packed. My bag is in the truck. I will take off around 3:30 to get to the port so I can jump on a boat and head out to Catalina.
Put your broken rib off, wafers on. Doesn't matter if the sun goes down. We'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found. We'll still be up, still be up. We're in this together. We both fall down. Doesn't matter if the sun goes up. Cause we will still be high when the lights out.
Well, I'm headed to the race. It is raining. We're about 2.5 miles in. It is extremely muddy and extremely slippery. David from Austin, Texas, and we have passed the halfway point. So far, so good, other than the terrible mud, huh?
Other than the mud and slight chill, feel as good as we could expect.
Lamar.
How many miles are you at right now?
Just over 21 miles. Apparently we are 4 to 5 miles away from the finish, but this is all uphill for the next 2 miles. All right, a couple more miles, but I'm fighting a cramp in my right leg, just under my number, above my knee. I can see the finish line just below. This downhill has destroyed my legs. I certainly was not prepared for this kind of downhill.
Nice job.
50K.
Oh, thank you very
Well
much.
deserved. Oh, really?
Yeah. Luckily, I finished the race 30 minutes ago. It is 7:30. I am in bed. I am done for the day. I had a big old pizza tonight for dinner. Tried to watch a video. Was literally falling asleep, dropping my phone on my face. So I am going to bed.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, nothing can ruin my day.
It is Sunday morning after the race. I'm feeling pretty good actually. Spending a little time working on the ball, but overall had a great time. Now I'm just trying to do a little active recovery this morning.
No, I won't stop, it is my time. Cause I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down. I'm strolling down the street with all of my...
I am back in Long Beach on the mainland. It's about a 30-minute drive home. I'll get home and see the family, do a little resting. And I've been putting it off just because we've been so busy since we got back from Vermont the last week. I need to get the Christmas lights down off the outside of the house. And then after that, I can just rest and prepare to get back into training again next week. I will probably take a couple days easy. Tomorrow I'll just get out and do a walk. I did a little bit of a walk this morning. And then do some shorter runs just to allow myself a little bit of time to recover. But we don't have a lot of time. We gotta keep building.
This lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down.
Well, the week is done. It's been a great week. The race was amazing. It was really hard. The rain made it really muddy, which made it really slick. But overall, it was an adventure. I really enjoyed my first 50K. And I'm thinking I've got to go back next year and do the 50 miler just to say I've done both and to see if I can actually do that in sub 12. I did the 50K in just under 6:30, and I was really trying to take it easy. I think had I pushed harder, I could have definitely probably taken a half hour off. I did a lot of walking, hung out at the aid stations a little bit, chatted a lot. So I definitely think I can get under 6 hours. So instead of doing the 50K again next year, I think I'm gonna go back and do the 50 miler. But the week is over. I feel pretty good overall. You know, I came home, didn't really have time to hang out. Luckily, yesterday after the race, I really got to relax the rest of the day. I was done around 12:30 in the afternoon, went to bed at 7:30, and then got home today, knocked out a bunch of the things that need to be done around here, which is one thing that having kids, having a family, it kind of drives you to get things done. And that's one thing. Before I had kids and I would go out for long bike rides or long runs, I'd come home and the day was pretty much shot. Well, I can't really get away with that anymore, and I think it's really actually a good thing because it forces me, I look at it as just another layer of mental toughness. It forces me to keep going, forces me to be active and not just lay around and relax. While the recovery would be fun and nice, it does force me to keep going. Now, I wanted to say a special thanks to everyone again who's always giving me comments, always giving me a thumbs up, and supporting the channel by subscribing. But I wanted to give a special thanks and shout out to those of you who watched my video I published a few days ago about the charity run I'm doing in March. It's the Run for Kids, and the fact that I have to raise money. I gave a coupon code, so if any of you are interested, you can use the coupon code 26weeks on my website, Metcon Fitness. I've got shirts and a bunch of fitness little knick-knack things that I've actually created myself. And what I'm doing with the money that I raise there is I'm giving you 20% off with the coupon code 26weeks, just 26WEEKS. And I'm taking 50% of that money and donating that to my kids run. And just over the last few days, there's been a handful of you who have already bought products. I will be shipping those tomorrow. I am packing them tonight, right after this. First, I want to say thank you to Eric Spiegler. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not 100% sure, but he went straight to my CrowdRise site for the kids run and donated to it, which I really appreciate. He didn't even buy any product, but I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much, Eric. Then Michael Outler, Christopher Puckart, Jeff Martin, Joseph Fulgham, and Aaron Piccolo. All of you ordered product. They ordered Metcon shirts, things like that, and I greatly appreciate it. That stuff's going in the mail tomorrow. Thank you so much for supporting the charity I'm doing. But for those of you who missed it, check out the video. Anything I make from YouTube advertising, I'm donating 20% of that to a charity. So every month that I make over $100, I'm gonna get a deposit. I'll take 20% of that, and I'm gonna choose a charity that one of you out there have recommended. So my first check or deposit should be in February because I started making money at the end of December, January. So I believe I should get my first deposit in February, and I'm gonna take 20% of that and I will deposit it, or I will donate it to one of the charities that you guys recommend. But again, thank you. The week is done. We start week 15 tomorrow morning.